Dr. Seetharaman Iyer of the 2008 batch, who has consented to speak to us. Dr. Seetharaman Iyer is a medical doctor by profession. Having completed his MBBS in the year 2016, he is currently pursuing his MD in psychiatric and working as a resident doctor at prestigious BYL Nair Hospital, Mumbai. He is also a professional musician playing the mridangam. He is a well-known name in the field of music, as well as given several concerts and performances not only in India but also abroad. Dr. Iyer continues to have a successful career in both medicine and music, despite facing a significant visual impairment since the last 7 years. Calling on Dr. Seetharaman Iyer to speak to us today. Kindly give him a loud applause.
So, very good evening to one and all. I passed my 10th standard in the year 2008, and at that point of time, little did I know that 15 years later I would be invited by the same institution, and that too on the eve of Golden Jubilee Celebrations. Actually, when the former principal, Professor Dennis ma'am had called me, she said that the teachers from the institution had seen the documentary which was released on my recent humble achievements, and she said that all the teachers were very proud. And subsequently, I received a letter from Reverend Father Leon Mascarenes sir inviting me for the program. So as I stand here, I generally am invited to by certain organizations and people in the past to speak. But this one is very different, and this one is very special at the same time. Not only am I standing in a place where I've spent close to 12 years of my life, but also I am speaking in front of most of my teachers because of whom I am where I am. And actually my mind is flooded with a lot of emotions and memories right now. And there is a plethora of topics on which I can speak, but then I would like to restrict myself and maybe talk about that one thing which the school has taught me. And this particular lesson has been so helpful in my life, even in the most difficult of times. Actually, 7 years back, my life was in a cruise control autopilot mode. I felt that it was very smooth. I was about to finish my MBBS at that point of time, and my music career was also going on well. But then suddenly there came my visual impairment, and life changed altogether. Things which were very easy, I felt that my professional and my personal life both were halted. The progress was halted in a big way. There were passions that I had. There were things that I loved. Most of the things which I had to give up overnight. But then this particular phase continued for a few years. And if you ask me what was the turnaround point for this particular situation and this particular period, because if you compare those particular times wherein I was literally at the rock bottom a few years back, to fast forward to current state wherein people around and the world around is appreciative and celebrative of whatever humble achievements I could achieve in the recent past. So I believe not a lot of things have changed, in the sense certain things have remained constant. Love and support which I have received from family, friends and well-wishers remains constant. I've always been lucky to have had great teachers, right from my junior KG times until my MBBS, and right now in my MD psychiatry as well. So that has been constant. But the one thing which was not going on well, and the one thing which I had to rectify was that I stopped thinking about what life is giving me in the sense that I stopped worrying about the things which I could not control. And around this time, I set some life goals. I wanted to pursue certain things in life, both in medicine and music, and I set out. But at that point of time, it was not easy. And this is the point wherein I want to emphasize that the lesson taught by my school came into my rescue, because the lesson which I learned was discipline. As the former principal today rightly said, that discipline is one thing which is very nicely taught in our institution, and this discipline of taking one thing at a time and not worrying too much about what will happen, because there are certain things in our control and certain things not in our control. So this helped me, this particular discipline of doing things day in and day out without expecting the result helped me in a very big way. And the reason I attribute this particular principle of discipline to my school is because discipline is not a 2-minute Maggie noodle which can be prepared overnight, right? So it is something which takes a lot of years and it takes a grinding of many years. And I believe that particular process started for me when I was a 5-year-old kid and I walked into this premises. And I am very thankful to my school for this particular lesson that they have taught me over the years. And if you ask me the ups and downs so far, finally, if I retrospectively think about them, I believe that it is good in a way, because the lessons that I have had learned in these difficult periods have helped me in my life. Whenever patients come now, these days, many patients come with a lot of problems in their life, leading to disturbance in their mental health. And I'm very happy that I am able to help them, not only with respect to the conventional biopsychosocial mode of management, but I am also able to help them with a magnifying lens coated with empathy, which focuses more on solution to a problem rather than the problem itself. I'm very happy. I would once again like to thank Holy Family High School for inviting me for this event and honoring me. It's been a pleasure, and I hope and pray that the school continues to grow and keep producing wonderful students who would go on to become great citizens of this country. Thank you.